Hey friends! In this video, we're taking you along on an unforgettable day exploring the stunning Phi Phi Islands. From crystal clear waters to Monkey Beach and delicious bites and jaw-dropping views, this is one island adventure you won't want to miss. This adventure was one of the biggest highlights of our honeymoon. We booked our tour with V Marine Tours, and we genuinely recommend them to anyone looking to explore the islands around Phuket. They offer a variety of awesome packages to choose from, and you're guaranteed to have an amazing guide who will make your day even more memorable. Our guide, Ibby, was such a gem. He was kind, funny, and incredibly knowledgeable about the islands, nature, safety. You know what, you just name it, he knew it all. He made everything smoother and more special for us. The private speedboat was stocked with free drinks and fresh fruit throughout the trip, which was much appreciated in this heat. Our first stop was Bamboo Island. You can either sunbathe and chill out on the white sandy beach, or dive into the crystal clear turquoise water for a swim and snorkel, which is exactly what we did. And wow, the moment we put our heads underneath the water, we were blown away by how much tropical sea life was just steps away from the shore. V Marine Tours offers different packages for your island hopping adventure, including the option to add a photographer. If you didn't select it ahead of time, no worries, you can still add it when you check in at the beginning of the day. Thankfully, Mike added it in advance. Good job, Mike. Little clap for you. Because honestly, it was totally worth it. The extra fee isn't bad, and the photos pretty much pay for themselves. V Marine Tours also takes care of your hotel pickup and drop-off, so getting to the marina is completely stress-free. Our guide Ibby did a great job at walking us through what to expect before each stop, shared some history and fun facts, and kept us on schedule throughout the entire day. So, little clap for you too, Ibby. We will say, out of all of the islands we visited that day, Bamboo Island was probably the least clean, likely because it's such a popular beach stop, but it's still very beautiful. There are public washrooms here, which Ibby did suggest using since the toilet on the boat is tiny. But let's be real, we spent most of our time snorkeling, so of course we were going to use the toilet on the boat. It is what it is. One in Thailand, am I right? After getting back on the boat, Ibby asked if anyone wanted to sit up front for the next leg of the trip. He only lets a few people at a time up there, so Mike and I decided to go for it. I think we picked the perfect time to do it. It's definitely the bumpiest spot on the boat, and this next stretch was one of the shortest rides, so we didn't get tossed around too much, or I should say, for too long. Just enough to get a good laugh out of it, and everyone up front was giggling and hanging on for dear life, but in the best way possible. Next up, we jumped off the boat to snorkel in open water. And honestly, this is probably one of our favorite parts of the trip. The water was unbelievably clear, and there was so much life below the surface. We swam alongside schools of bright tropical fish and drifted above colorful coral reefs. It felt like we'd been dropped straight into a scene from The Little Mermaid. Like we were part of this hidden underwater world, just floating through it. Everything felt calm and dreamlike, and we didn't want to leave. We also really appreciated the extra care V Marine put into making it feel safe and clean. Everyone got their own disposable mouthpiece for the snorkel gear, so you didn't have to worry about sharing. They gave us a quick little lesson on how to snorkel properly, and even offered life jackets and pool noodles for anyone who wanted extra support. So whether you're a confident swimmer or it's just your first time doing something like this, they made sure you were totally comfortable and could just focus on enjoying the experience. This is also where the photographer add-on really came in handy. While we had our GoPro with us, it was awesome having someone else capturing the underwater moments for us. Our photographer was kind of like a ninja too, always popping up around us out of nowhere, swimming like a pro, and snapping great shots while we just soaked it all in. Another gem on the V Marine team. After getting back on the boat, Ibby passed around some laminated guides showing the different marine life that was found in the Andaman Sea, which is a sea we were just swimming in. And it was so fun matching up the creatures we saw during our snorkel sessions and realizing how many we actually spotted. Next up, Lunch. We enjoyed a delicious buffet at a beachside restaurant on Phi Phi Don. The spot was just steps from the shore and the whole setting felt like a postcard. Now, about the food, it was incredible. Not a single disappointing dish. The fish was perfectly cooked, buttery soft, and so good I had to go back for seconds. The pad thai was loaded with flavor and clearly a crowd favorite. People kept going up for more. I had a fun time mixing different dishes together to make my own creations. Not a single bite disappointed on both Mike's and my plate. I was really impressed with how accommodating they were with my dietary restrictions. Ibby made sure I had plenty of options to enjoy. We even connected with 2 other vegetarians from the group. Tapasya and Raj actually sat with us earlier in the boat, and so it was kind of cool that we connected in 2 spots. On top of the delicious food, the restaurant's location was just beautiful. With rows of traditional Thai boats lining the shore, it made for a great photo op as well. Back on the boat with our bellies full, we headed over to Monkey Beach. Before we got off, Ibby was very clear about the safety protocols for this stop. Do not touch the monkeys. We stayed in the water because, as Ibby hilariously reminded us, insurance no cover monkey bite. Most of our group followed the rules, but unfortunately some people in some other groups didn't. And we highly recommend you don't be like those people. Safety comes first. Don't let a dumb decision ruin your trip, or even worse, your life. I'll admit, I did one risky thing. I placed a water ball back on a rock for our baby monkey who had been playing with it, and even that small action was a bit nerve-wracking. These animals may be adorable, but they're still wild and unpredictable. That said, it was still such a cool experience. Watching mama monkeys carrying their babies, observing their little behaviors up close, and grabbing a few fun beach photos made this a pretty unforgettable stop. Our next location was Viking Cave at Phi Phi Leh. At one point, this was a place people could actually go inside and explore, but unfortunately, like many beautiful spots, it was loved a little too hard by tourists. Because of the impact on the local wildlife, it's now closed to the public. You can still see the entrance from the boat, which is pretty fascinating on its own. The cave is a protected nesting site for swifts, and it's also known for its ancient wall paintings that resemble Viking ships. Even though, fun fact, no Vikings were actually here. The nests are still harvested, which adds to the need to keep the area undisturbed. It's all about protecting the environment and giving nature the space it deserves. So while you can't go in, just passing by and learning about the history makes it a worthwhile stop. Our next stop was Leh Lagoon, and when we got here, it felt like we floated straight into a Google image. It was so beautiful. I could not get over how insanely high the cliffs were surrounding us. This area was just stunning. Once they dropped anchor, we all got to jump off the front of the boat into this unbelievably beautiful lagoon. Okay, so Heights and I don't exactly get along, but I just knew I'd regret not jumping into this lagoon, so I had to just take a deep breath and go for it. And I'm very happy I did. Our new friends that we made on the boat were also feeling a little hesitant, especially Raj, but we were so glad that they both made the leap. It was such a fun moment cheering them on and making more memories together. And they were both solo travelers. One thing Micah and I have really come to love about vacationing is chatting with new people and hearing their stories. We admire anyone that has the courage to explore a totally new place on their own. Like, that's crazy impressive. And what's even cooler is that these two came from total opposite sides of the world, and they had the same kind of story. Getting to share these little adventures with them made it even more special. The water was noticeably colder here. While we didn't spot any wildlife under the water in this area, we did find a gorgeous little pocket bay tucked between the cliffs. The perfect hidden spot for some photos. We did give it our best shot to try and get some great photos here, but we definitely weren't serving model energy quite like Tapasia was. She kind of nailed it. She knew exactly how to pose. This adventure had so many wonderful moments in it. It's really hard to pick your favorite because every stop had something special to it. Like, during this time, it kind of just felt like we were living in a movie, just living our best lives. I loved jumping off the boat into a beautiful lagoon, having no worries. We're in Thailand. How amazing is that? But speaking of movies, our next stop is the iconic Maya Bay, most famously featured in the film The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio. The movie's dreamlike shots of a hidden paradise were filmed right here at Koh Phi Phi Leh, which helped put this place on the map as a must-see destination in Thailand. This is definitely a hotspot for tourists, so it can get pretty busy. But thankfully, our guide was super time conscious and made sure we got there before the big crowds rolled in. Maya Bay is stunning, but it's important to note that this is not a beach for swimming. While you can step into the water up to your knees, full-on swimming isn't allowed. This rule is in place to protect the coral and marine life, which have been impacted over the years due to high tourism. So no, you will not be diving in here, but even just walking along the shore and walking into the clear, shallow water is such a peaceful and magical experience. It's all about soaking in the views, appreciating the nature around you, and respecting the efforts to keep the paradise thriving. While we were walking along the shore and snapping some incredible photos, a woman casually passed us and said, "There's some sharks by your feet." So we looked down, and to our surprise, it was not just one, but 4 black-tip reef sharks were swimming around us. They're harmless, but still, holy crap, what a sight. I love sharks, so this was a beyond exciting thing for me, and Mike was just as giddy about it. Watching them glide so close to us in the shallow, crystal clear water felt surreal. What made this even more special was knowing that Maya Bay had once lost its shark population due to the heavy tourism. But after years of conservation and visitor restrictions, they've returned. It's an incredible sign of nature healing, and we felt so lucky to witness that. Although black-tip reef sharks are considered harmless and generally unaggressive, they are still wild animals. They're naturally curious and might investigate anything unfamiliar. So we did the smart thing and slowly stepped back and gave them their space. Seeing these sharks so up close was an unforgettable moment and a huge reminder of how important it is to protect places like this. Wrapping up our amazing day with V Marine Tours and heading back to the Royal Phuket Marina, we're forever thankful for this incredible team and the unforgettable adventures that we had while island hopping. From the breathtaking views to the vibrant marine life, and let's not forget the seriously delicious buffet that hit the spot after all of that swimming and all that exploring. Every part of this experience exceeded our expectations. A huge thank you to V Marine Tours and an extra special shout out to Ibby for making our honeymoon even more memorable. Now you can probably see why this day was the biggest highlight, or at least one of the biggest highlights of our entire trip. If you're looking for an unforgettable way to spend a day while in Phuket, this is an absolute must. Alright, that's a wrap on our island hopping day. From clear waters, incredible food, and memories we're never going to forget, this day truly stole our hearts. Thanks for tagging along, and we'll see you in another Thai adventure.